Welcome, math enthusiasts. In this video we're going to talk about how to find vertical asymptotes of rational functions. So a rational function looks something like this: f of x equals p of x over q of x. So basically our task is to find a vertical asymptote. Vertical asymptote is found algebraically by first manipulating the quotient, reducing it, simplifying, factoring and simplifying, and then setting the denominator equal. So basically you set q of x, you set equal to 0, and you find your x intercepts, or your x intercepts from the q of x, and that should give you your vertical asymptotes. So let's look at 3 examples. Example number 1. Example number 1 says that f of x equals x squared over x squared minus 4. Notice x squared cannot, we can leave it like that, but here when you have perfect squares like this, you can always factor them. So here we're gonna have x squared, just leave it like that, and try to factor the denominator. So how do we do it? We do x plus 2 x minus 2. Notice I cannot cancel x squared with any of these parentheses or any of these values, so what I would suggest is that we leave it like that and we set the denominator equal to 0. So we have x plus 2 equals 0 and x minus 2 equals 0. So x equals negative 2 and x equals 2. So those are your vertical asymptotes for this function. Let's look at problem number 2. Problem number 2 says that f of x equals 3 over x squared plus x minus 2. Notice 3 cannot be factored, just leave it like that, but we can factor this one into 3 over x plus 2 x minus 1. So your vertical asymptotes are x plus 2 equals 0. You set the denominator equal to 0, so x minus 1 equals 0. So x equals negative 2 and x equals 1. So those are your vertical asymptotes. For these problems like this, we always do the same kind of processing. So let's do that one last program. For rational functions that look like this. So problem number 3 says that x squared minus 5x plus 25 over x cubed plus 125. Notice here we can factor this one easily, so we just have to do this one. So let's just leave this one as it is. So this is f of x equals that. Okay, so let's see how we can factor it. So the denominator is going to look like this: x plus 5 over x squared minus 5x plus 25, and the numerator is going to stay the same. But notice this term and this term, they all cancel. So all you're left with 1 over x plus 5. And you have to do this process first. don't try to set this equal to 0. First you have to cancel it. So now we can set the denominator equal to, so x plus 5 equals 0. So x equals negative 5. And that's your vertical asymptote. X equals, so you only have one this time. 1, which is x equals negative 5. So always factor first, cancel terms, and then do the setting the denominator equal to 0. Another way you can check this one is by graphing it and looking that you have an actual vertical asymptote. So thank you very much. I appreciate it. Please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube videos. See you next time.